as Salam Aleikum, peace be unto you. This is a story from Tokabuka. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a hard-working farmer named Billo. Despite his simple life, Billo harbored a deep kindness in his heart and was known throughout the village for his generosity and warm smile. He resided in a modest yet cozy cottage on the outskirts of the village, where the sound of birdsong and rustling leaves created a soothing melody. Bilal's world revolved around his daughter Sila. At just 5 years old, Sila was a bundle of energy, her laughter echoing through their home like the tinkling of bells. Her days were filled with innocent joy, and her nights were adorned with sweet dreams. But fate had dealt a cruel hand to this loving father and daughter, for they were alone in the world. When Sila was still just a baby, her mother had passed away, leaving Billo to raise her on his own. Every morning, the first rays of sunlight would find Billo awake, tending to his vegetable garden or milking his cow. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, he would prepare breakfast for himself and Sila. It was during these quiet moments that a profound bond formed between them. After a hearty meal, Billo would help Sila tie her colorful ribbons, ensuring they matched her cheerful mood. He'd then brush her long, silky hair, each strand reflecting the radiance of her innocent smile. Finally, it was time for Sila to go to school. Hand in hand, they would walk along the dirt road, surrounded by fields of swaying wheat and blossoming flowers. Along the way, Sila would gather wildflowers, weaving them into crowns to adorn her father's head. She would proudly proclaim, "You are the kindest, strongest, and most handsome king in the whole wide world." Bilal's heart swelled with love as he listened to her words. Though he was just an ordinary farmer, in Sila's eyes he was a king blessed to have such a loving and imaginative daughter. When they reached the school, Billo would give her a gentle nudge, reminding her to be good and listen to her teachers. He'd watch as she skipped into the classroom, her laughter ringing out like music. As the day wore on, Bilal continued his work in the fields. With every passing hour, his thoughts drifted back to Sila. He imagined her playing with her friends, reciting poems, or painting beautiful pictures. The thought of her innocent face brought a smile to his lips as he toiled under the warm sun. In the late afternoon, Billo would take a break to collect Sila from school. As he approached the building, he saw other parents waiting to pick up their children. Some were merchants, some were artisans, but each one shared a common thread, the love for their child. Suddenly the school doors burst open and Sila came running, her arms outstretched. "Baba!" she shouted, throwing herself into his embrace. In that moment, nothing else mattered. All the work, all the worries, they faded away. All that remained was the pure and unconditional love between a father and daughter. After picking up Sila, Billo would often stop by the lake on their way home. They would feed the ducks together, watching as they paddled around them, eager for the bread they scattered. Sometimes they would sit by the lake, and Billo would teach Sila how to identify the constellations in the night sky. He would point out the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, weaving tales of mythical creatures that danced among the stars. These moments by the lake were like precious jewels, adorning the tapestry of their lives. They were filled with wonder, discovery, and most importantly, with love. Back at the cottage, as dusk settled over the village, Billo and Sila would light a small fire in the hearth. As the flames crackled and popped, casting dancing shadows on the walls, Sila would tell her father about her day at school. Her voice filled with excitement and enthusiasm. Billo would listen intently, nodding and asking questions, cherishing every word she spoke. For him, Sila was not just a daughter, she was a friend, a confidant, and the center of his universe. When dinner was ready, they would eat together, sharing stories and laughter. After dinner, Billo would read to Sila from her favorite book, The Adventures of Princess Amira. The tales of bravery, kindness, and adventure filled Sila's young mind, inspiring her to dream big and be courageous. Often, before bedtime, Billo would hold Sila close, rocking her gently as she drifted off to sleep. In those quiet moments, he would whisper, "No matter what happens, Baba loves you." These words echoed in Sila's dreams, forming a protective shield around her heart. Years rolled by like the changing seasons, and Sila grew from a playful girl into a beautiful young woman. Yet through it all, her bond with her father remained as strong as ever. Together, they faced the challenges of life, finding solace and strength in each other's love. Now I ask you, what is the greatest treasure that money simply cannot buy? Is it the finest mansion or the rarest jewel? No, my brothers and sisters, the greatest treasure is the love between a father and his daughter, for it is in that bond that life finds its purest form. So cherish the moments you spend with your loved ones, for they are the threads that weave the tapestry of your heart. And remember, no matter what riches may bring, the love of a father and daughter is the crown jewel of life. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to hit the like button below. Your support means the world to us. Also, if you have a story you'd like to share with the world, send it to us through the submission link in the description. Can't wait to hear your stories. Till next time, Salam Alaikum.